Um, Throughout my life, there's a lot of challenges, but throughout my life, I was always bullied. I was always, felt like I wasn't, wanted in certain situations. Like just me being me, my height, like me physically, and some part of my personality traits. I was hurt, honestly, because I always came from like a positive family, and people would say, "Hey, don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody like hurt you, try to hurt you. Keep it going, like hold it and keep it going." But me, I was only like in elementary, middle school. I didn't know how to do that. I wanted to. It was just hard, and it hurt because I feel like nobody was there to help me out. Like certain times, I tried to help my mom out. Things weren't always the same. Like it was like I don't understand it now. I don't want to bring like my burden, my problems to her because I know that would be overwhelming, and then that leads to stress, and that leads to I don't know what I'm about to do, things like that, and that's something I never want my mom to go through. If one person bullies on you and they think it's funny, they're gonna just keep coming for you, like that one soft spot you have. And that one soft spot is that I like to read books. I love to read books. I was a nerd, a bookworm, all that fun stuff. And they was like, you a nerd. You should. And they started laughing about it. I'm like, bro, it's not funny. It's just me. He's like, oh, shut up. And then like physically, I was be like hit every single day. And like, I was like, bro, leave me alone. Like I try to stand up for myself, but then they say, shut up. And they smack you. They hit you. And I try to tell these teachers, hey, I'm getting hit, I'm getting hit, I'm getting hit. They'll talk to the student. They literally will talk to them, let it go on and on and on. There's this rapper that a lot of people know. His name is Young and Ace. He's a Florida-based rapper. I'm pretty sure he's from Florida. And there's a song called Pain. It's one of his more popular songs. And a specific lyric was, I can't handle all this pain when I'm constantly hurt. That's why I hope for the best and I prepare for the worst. And that's exactly what's my mindset. I'm thinking back on it now. I'm thinking about that's actually how I felt. I always at the time I didn't know who I was. I wanted to change who I was. I was like, why me? Out of all people in the world, God, out of all people that you made a certain way, why does it have to be me? Why am I, 3 foot, 4 foot, and like everybody else is 5 foot? Why am I so skinny? Why do I am ugly, quote unquote? Why does everybody hate me? Things like that. It hurt bad. And then because of that, I shut down. I shut down mentally. I had low self-esteem problems. I didn't want to talk to anybody. It was all to myself. I ended up starting to talk to myself because that's all I had left was myself. Time progressed. I started doing more things that I wasn't necessarily proud of, and slowly away, I started reading my Bible before, but then I ended up tossing my Bible like on my bed, or like, I'll read it later, or I'll put it off until later, but I never got to it. Around this time or so, I want to say it was my 8th grade year, 9th grade year, going to high school, like a big part in the child's life. My mom was thinking about going back to school. And when I first heard the idea, I was all against it. I did not want to move because during that time, we've already moved a lot. We moved around to like 3, 4, 5 different houses throughout this time. I was only 14 and around 14, 15 years old, yes. And so moving to a completely different state when there's no family, no one that I knew, for what? I thought it was just another, let's move. I'm like, no, I didn't want to move and restart all over again. It doesn't make sense because, with all the bad that's happened in my life, you thought I would be happy to move. No, I actually was fine with where I was at. I was happy with it. I, had planned for the next 4, 5, 6 years to come of what I wanted to do, but that wasn't necessarily the case. My mom was saying, hey, we're gonna move to Ohio, and hopefully this is gonna be good for all of us within the next few years.
In North Carolina, I was definitely in a place where I was very spiritually unsatisfied. I wanted my children to be in an environment that would help to foster their gifts, not just their natural gifts, but their spiritual gifts. Especially with Jacob, I definitely saw the need for a strong spiritual presence. I saw the need for Jacob to found and to build his spiritual life. I see the need for Jacob to take his spiritual walk seriously. Jacob is like very much like his mother. You can't tell me. I'm gonna have to experience it myself. So this move to Ohio has definitely put him in a place where he couldn't lean on others. He couldn't look for what it was that he was looking for outside of himself. He had to go deep. He had to go into a place in the spirit. He had to go within him and realize that all that he needed and what he was looking for on the outside was already inside of him, and it was in the spirit of God that lived inside. Jacob has always been, I want to do it myself. Jacob has always been independent. With my older son, he didn't mind mom's help. Jacob is not the one who wanted mom's help. Jacob's always been a very independent child. And I tell them I don't treat them equally, I treat them fair. Wherever you need the help, that's where I give it to you. And if you don't need it, then that's when I try to allow you to do things on your own. Jacob didn't grow up with his dad. Jacob, that caused Jacob to look outside of himself for things that were not good for him. So putting him in an environment where he could find the support that he needed was always very important to me. Making sure that he made good choices in his friends, making sure that he made good choices in the people that influenced him, that's always been important to me. So Pastors Brittany and Pastor Stefan have literally been an answer to prayer. They are amazing people, amazing youth pastors, and they have been very instrumental in helping Jacob grow, help Jacob develop, help Jacob mature, and help Jacob become comfortable with who he is.
Eventually, I got involved with Harvest Youth. Next Harvest at that point, but now it's Harvest Youth. And when I first got there, it's kind of awkward, being the new kid. It's not the most comfortable position, but some time went by, and then we had new youth pastors and Pastor Stefan and Pastor Brittany, and they were always saying, "Hey, if you guys want to talk, when you guys want to talk, come to the office, come to our office, we can talk." But they never went too far, because to force us to talk to them. But whenever they were there, they were there. So then I waited a couple weeks. I waited a couple weeks to see them, and they were there. They was like, "Come in," and I'm like, "Okay." So I opened the door, and they were, in their office, talking, mind their business, doing all that, and they were happy to talk to me. And that's what I actually enjoyed the most. They actually enjoyed talking to me.
I've seen Jacob change by leaps and bounds since we've been here, and since he's been very involved with the youth department and the youth ministry here. I've seen him studying, I've seen him praying. Jacob even play like he get ready to speak in tongues. It's gonna catch him one day and he ain't gonna be able to let it go. Jacob is not so angry. Jacob was a very angry child. He was very angry and always upset, and he's a wordsmith, so he know how to cut with his words. But now his words are happy. I see my baby smile, ear to ear. He's found a great network of people, of friends, mentors that he can be himself around, and he's just found his niche, and he's found something that he can grab a hold to. And I see him growing and flourishing in every area of life.
Right now, honestly, I'm in the best place I've been in a long time, if not the best I've been ever. I no longer deal with self-esteem issues, low self-esteem. I'm no longer, have everybody's, input always question me for being me. I know who I am. I'm happy for who I am. Nobody can change that whatsoever. I have high confidence now. I'm happy for who I am and what I am. Am I, do I wish a couple things? Yeah, I wouldn't mind being 2-3 inches taller. 5'3" in 11th grade. I ain't the best thing out there. As a guy, I ain't the best thing, but honestly, it's not, the end of the world or anything. But I'm just happy, man.